A question that we are frequently asked about co-teaching is, should co-teaching be a voluntary act? And actually, the authors who write about co-teaching are in disagreement about this. Some authors say, yes, it should be voluntary. Some say, no, it shouldn't. And others say, go ahead and mandate it, but they're still going to make a choice how they're going to behave within a relationship. Our take on this can best be understood with a story, an example, the malaria example. Several years ago, I contracted malaria. Now, malaria is not something that you catch in the United States. And when you go to a doctor here, it's not something that they typically see. So when I go to the doctors, they're thinking I have a cold or a flu. Well, what do I know? It's the middle of cold and flu season. But I got sicker and sicker and sicker. So eventually I was hospitalized. And I can recall that they came in about 4 o'clock in the morning and they said, we have this figured out. You've got malaria, you've got tuberculosis, and your immune system is collapsing. Now, the good news for me, I didn't have tuberculosis. My immune system didn't collapse, but it was greatly weakened from this ongoing battle with malaria. So I was in that hospital for multiple days, and I thought about many things. But do you think I ever thought they're going to call CDC? Oh, what will I do if the people at CDC do not volunteer to collaborate with my doctors? They're going to call the pharmacy and change the medication. This isn't working. What am I going to do if the people in the pharmacy are not willing to volunteer to collaborate with the doctor? What will I do if the nurses and doctors on this shift or the next shift are not willing to work with each other? Now, I thought of many things, but I never thought about any of that. Why? Because I had a right to expect their collaboration in my diagnosis, my treatment, and my follow-up. Why should children and families have any less right to expect us to collaborate to do the jobs that we are paid to do? I love this profession. I meet lots of wonderful educators, but I have yet to meet the teacher by himself or herself who can meet the diverse psychological and educational needs of the children in front of them. Collaboration is an essential for us to do the jobs that we are paid to do as we work with an increasingly diverse, complex student population. Besides, the research on teacher attitudinal change tells us the majority of teachers will not support a major innovation until after they've had a positive experience with a practice. How do you get a positive experience of a practice if you never engage in it? You'll learn about the day-to-day workings of co-teaching teams, about the importance of planning, some of the planning tools or processes that they use, how do they assure communication, establishment of trust.